My
Billionaire
They
walked into
stole
his
you
office
from
and
me.
found his cleaner crying over his dead mother's photo. But what she said next froze him. My son, they stole you
My
from me.
son.
The first
They
thing
stole
Kieran
you from
Blackwood
me.
noticed wasn't the noise of the office or the glow of his skyline view. It was the trembling hand of the cleaning woman. She was holding a glass frame like it weighed more than her life. Kieran's secretary had warned him earlier. Sir, the cleaner asked permission to wipe your private shelf. Kieran had answered coldly, she can clean. Just don't touch my safe. Yet now, standing inside his office was a middle-aged cleaner, uniform slightly worn, hair tucked under a cheap scarf, staring at the photo frame like she'd seen a ghost. Kieran stepped into the room with quiet power. Put it down. The cleaner jumped. Her eyes widened in fear. Yes, sir. I didn't mean. Kieran's gaze locked on the frame. It was a photo of his late mother, and the cleaner's lips whispered something that froze his blood. My baby. Kieran's jaw tightened. What did you say? The cleaner tried to regain herself. And nothing. Sir, the woman in the photo looks like someone I knew. Kieran marched forward, snatched the frame from her hands, and set it back. That's enough. Do your job. She bowed repeatedly. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. But when she turned away, Kieran saw it. A tear, a real tear sliding down her face. And it angered him. He had seen thousands of women cry. Gold diggers, employees, ex-lovers, business partners begging for mercy. Crying never moved him. But this woman's tears looked different, like pain that had been stored for decades. Kieran pointed sharply. What's your name? She hesitated. Nora, sir. Nora HALE. The moment the name left her mouth, Kieran's expression changed. His eyes darkened. He turned slowly to his wall safe, the one his mother had made him promise never to open unless something happened to her. Kieran hadn't opened it even after her death. But now, hearing that name, his heart thumped like a warning bell. Kieran walked to the safe. He entered the code. Click. The door opened with a cold metallic sigh. Nora's breathing stopped behind him. Inside the safe were only three things. A sealed envelope titled, For Kieran, if you ever hear the name Nora HALE. A small velvet box. A hospital bracelet. Kieran grabbed the envelope like a man defusing a bomb. His fingers tore it open, and the letter inside punched him in the soul. My son, if you are reading this, then Nora HALE has returned, which means the truth has finally caught up with you. Nora is not a stranger. She is the woman who saved your life the night you were born, and the woman your father destroyed. Kieran's breath became shallow. He turned slowly. Nora stood frozen, lips trembling, eyes glistening with terror and guilt. Kieran's voice was low, dangerous. You know my mother? Nora tried to speak, but her throat refused. Kieran took a step closer, like a predator. Tell me the truth, Nora. He lifted the hospital bracelet from the safe. The bracelet had a name. Not Kieran. Not Blackwood. It read, Baby Luke HALE. Kieran's world cracked. He grabbed Nora's wrist. Who is Luke HALE? Nora broke, voice shaking. It's you. Kieran released her as it burned. What nonsense are you saying? Nora whispered through tears. They stole you from me. Silence exploded in the room. Kieran's mind refused to accept it. He was Kieran Blackwood, billionaire heir, king of the city. Not a stolen child. Not a cleaner's son. Then his office door opened. A tall man walked in, smooth suit, snake smile. Damian Crowne, his rival. And the man laughed. Well, looks like the maid finally found her boy. Kieran's fists clenched. How long have you known? Damian smirked. Long enough to destroy you. Nora stepped back in fear. No, not him. Damian's eyes glittered. Your real father's been waiting to meet you, Kieran, or should I say Luke HALE. Kieran turned, breathing hard. What are you talking about? Damian leaned closer, whispering like poison. Your life is a lie, and your empire belongs to your bloodline. Kieran stared at Nora, and for the first time in his life, he was afraid of the truth. Kieran didn't sleep. His mansion had never felt so empty. He sat in the dark, staring at the hospital bracelet. Baby Luke HALE. His mind fought the truth like it was madness. His assistant entered quietly. "Sir, your father's requesting breakfast with you." Kieran's eyes hardened. "My father?" "Yes, Mr. Vincent Blackwood." Kieran clenched the bracelet. "Tell him I'm busy." Minutes later, Vincent walked in anyway. A man in his 60s, gray hair, commanding aura, eyes cold like prophet. He smiled like a king. "My son, you look unwell." Kieran stood slowly. "I opened Mom's safe." Vincent's smile froze for half a second, then returned sharper. "So you finally disobeyed." Kieran stepped forward. There was a letter about Nora HALE. Vincent's eyes narrowed. "That cleaner?" Kieran's voice rose. "Was I stolen, Father?" The room stiffened. Vincent walked slowly, calm like a serpent. "You've been watching too many documentaries." Kieran slammed the bracelet on the table. "What is this then?" Vincent stared at it. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then he sighed like a man tired of lies. "Yes." Kieran's face drained. "Yes, what?" Vincent spoke without emotion. "You were not born Blackwood." Kieran staggered back like someone punched him. Vincent continued. "That woman, Nora, was a poor girl. She had you. She was weak. Your mother wanted a child. I gave her one." Kieran's eyes turned red. "You bought me?" Vincent's voice sharpened. "I saved you. Look where you are now. Would you rather be a street boy?" Kieran shook with rage. "You ruined her life." Vincent scoffed. "She should be grateful. Poor people don't know how to raise greatness." Kieran snapped. "Get out." Vincent stared. "What?" "I said get out." Vincent's jaw tightened. "You're acting like a fool. Blood doesn't matter. Name matters. Power matters." Then Vincent leaned closer and said a line that shook Kieran's soul. "You're only valuable because I made you valuable." After he left, Kieran went straight to the staff quarters. He found Nora sitting alone, hugging her knees like a child. She stood quickly. "Sir." Kieran held up his hand. "No, sir. Just talk." Nora wept. "I never want to come here, but I heard your company was hiring cleaners. I just wanted to see you once." Kieran swallowed. "Tell me everything." And Nora did. How she gave birth in a rural clinic. How Vincent came with guards. How he offered money. How she refused. How they threatened her family. How the baby disappeared the next day. Nora's voice broke. "I searched for you for years. I went mad. People called me crazy." Kieran whispered, shaken. "My mother, did she know?" Nora nodded slowly. "She cried. She loved you. But she was trapped in a marriage with the devil." Kieran's hands clenched. Then his phone rang. It was Damian Crowne. Damian's voice was playful. "I sent a gift to your email, Luke." Kieran checked his laptop. It was a DNA test result. 99.9% match. Kieran Blackwood equals Luke HALE. And below it, a message. "Tomorrow, I'll reveal your truth to the world. Your investors will run. Your name will die." Kieran's empire was about to fall. And it wasn't just business anymore. It was war. The next morning, the media exploded. A viral leak hit the internet. Blackwood heirs a stolen child. Investors panicked. Stocks plummeted. Board members demanded answers. Kieran walked into the emergency meeting like a storm. The board chairman shouted, "This is disgraceful." A woman board member cried, "Our reputation is destroyed." Kieran slammed his palm on the table. "Quiet." Silence. Kieran took a breath. "I won't deny it." Gasps. He continued, "Yes, I was stolen." The board erupted, but Kieran's voice rose like thunder. "And the man responsible is Vincent Blackwood." The doors opened. Vincent entered with security, smiling. "What nonsense is this?" Kieran pointed. "You trafficked a baby. You destroyed a woman's life. Today you pay." Vincent laughed bitterly. "I built this company. Without me, you're nothing." Then Damian appeared beside Vincent, shockingly calm. And that's when Kieran understood. Damian wasn't just a rival. He was working with Vincent. Damian smiled. "We're voting today to remove you as CEO." Kieran's fists clenched. "You planned this." Damian shrugged. Business. Plus, blood should return to blood. We'll find a real heir. Kieran froze. Real heir, he repeated. Vincent smirked. Yes, I have another son. One I actually trust. The room spun. Then Nora burst into the meeting hall, breathless. Kieran! Everyone stared. Vincent's face twisted. Throw that woman out. Nora walked forward boldly. No, I have evidence. She held up a file. Vincent Blackwood didn't just steal my baby. He killed my husband to cover it. The board gasped. Kieran whispered, You had a husband? Nora nodded, tears falling. Yes, your father, Aaron HALE. He tried to fight for you. Vincent killed him. Vincent snapped. Lies! But Nora opened the file and revealed. Old police report. Hospital CCTV copy. Confession recording from a nurse. The chairman stood. This is criminal. Vincent tried to move, but security stopped him. Damian's smile vanished. You stupid woman. Then Damian pulled out his phone and yelled, Now! Suddenly, the power went off. Panic. Gunshots shattered the air. Kieran grabbed Nora and shielded her. In darkness, Damian shouted, Kill Kieran! He's in the way. Kieran's bodyguards fought. But the most shocking part? Nora didn't hide. She pushed Kieran behind her and screamed, Not my son again. A bullet grazed her arm. Blood. Kieran screamed, Nora? Security finally overpowered the attackers. Lights returned. Nora collapsed. Kieran caught her, shaking. Why would you do that? Nora smiled weakly through pain. I lost you once. I won't lose you again. Kieran's eyes filled with tears. And for the first time, he let them fall. Vincent Blackwood was arrested. The headlines changed overnight. Billionaire father arrested for child theft and murder. Kieran stood outside the courthouse. Reporters screamed questions. Did you know you were adopted? Will you change your name? Is Nora HALE your real mother? Kieran stepped to the mic calmly. His voice held pain, but also strength. I was raised in luxury, but I was born in suffering. He looked at Nora, sitting in a wheelchair beside him. And today I'm standing with a woman who carried that suffering quietly, while the world looked down on her. The reporters grew silent. Kieran continued, My father, Vincent Blackwood, taught me power without mercy. He paused. But my mother, Nora, taught me something greater. He faced the cameras. She taught me that the richest people are not those who own buildings. He looked at Nora. But those who still have love after pain. The crowd murmured. Inside court, Damian tried to escape punishment. But Nora's evidence crushed him too. Damian was sentenced for conspiracy and attempted murder. Vincent faced life in prison. The empire was saved. But Kieran did the most shocking thing of all. He walked into the Blackwood boardroom, resigned as heir of the Blackwood name. The board chairman gasped. You're walking away from the Blackwood legacy? Kieran replied calmly. Legacy built on blood is a curse. He took out the hospital bracelet. My name is Luke HALE, and today I rebuild this empire with truth. The board fell silent. Then one elderly board member stood up and clapped. Another joined. Soon the whole room stood applauding. Kieran didn't just win a company. He won his identity. Later, in the hospital room, Nora held his hand. Luke whispered softly, I blamed poor people all my life. Nora smiled. Because you didn't know the truth. Luke shook his head. No, because I didn't know humility. He kissed her forehead gently. I'm sorry I ever looked down on you. Nora's eyes filled with tears. My son, you're not sorry because of blood. She touched his cheek. You're sorry because you became a man. Luke hugged her tightly. Outside the window, city lights shimmered. But for Luke, the brightest light wasn't wealth anymore. It was truth. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And don't forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you.